I want to hear these stories.
Okay.
Why don't you give me one? I don't care which one. Give me one.
So let's start with I met the GOAT.
In basketball.
All right.
Okay.
So I asked you earlier, do you know much about basketball?
Larry Bird.
And he actually didn't know a lot about basketball. So I grew up in the Carolinas.
Okay.
Okay. And if you're in the Carolinas, 90% of people are
Michael Jordan.
Tar Heel fans. Okay. Let me tell the story.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Hey, I'm trying to win here.
Okay. So things have changed, but when I was young, you'd go door to door selling items for school.
Yep.
And at the time we were selling calendars. And yes, things have changed because no one sells calendars anymore.
No.
Do you remember that? Like little
I do.
wooden calendars or something?
Absolutely.
Okay. So going door to door, I knew this icon, which wasn't as big of an icon back then. He was still in college and all that, or probably just getting out of college and starting his pro career. I knew he lived in the area, and I knew he lived close. But I knocked on the door, and Michael Jordan answered the door.
No way.
And it was great. Anyway, I don't even remember if he bought a calendar. I was probably just starstruck because he. You
already knew who he was.
Oh yeah, everybody knew who Michael Jordan was.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Going door to door.
Selling calendars.
Selling calendars.
You met Michael Jordan.
I met Michael Jordan.
That's awesome. That's a very believable story.
All right.
All right. Well, I can't determine which one I'm going to pick, so you got to give me your second story. I'm going to determine real quick.
All right. Second story is nice guy doesn't always win, and basically was fishing Harris Chain, an Elite Series event many years ago. Third day, we had to go through all those canals. You know, it's a long run, long story. The weather was really rough. The lakes were really bad, and we get to the fishing location where we're going to start fishing, and immediately as we start fishing, another angler was near me. His trolling motor didn't work, so I went over there and literally took an hour. He was in panic mode. He'd never made a top 10. We both were looking like we were going to make the top 10 in this area. I spent an hour taking my spare trolling motor. This is before Garmin and and the trolling motors.
We carried extra.
What were not as dependable. Anyway, swapped him over, got him going. He made the top 10. Okay. 2 weeks later, some random guy finds me, calls me at the shop. And he was the co-angler of that tournament, and he won the tournament. To thank me, that if it wasn't for that, he would not have won the tournament. And I finished 11th.
Didn't make the cut.
My hour cost me a chance of winning the tournament. Yep. So that's why the story is the nice guy.
Nice guys don't always finish.
That's right.
In the top 10.
That's right.
All right. Both of those are believable stories. And you don't seem like a guy that lies very much. Do you?
I don't know, do I? I had to lie at least once here today.
That's right. We call those fish stories on this show.
That's right.
That way you don't go to hell for lying. We're just fish stories.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. I really want to believe the Michael Jordan one. Gotcha. And I can believe it because you and I are about the same age.
Right.
And that was the time and the era and everything. That's really, really convincing. I'm going to say that that's a fact. And the Harris Chain is a fish story because I know you hate Florida.
All right. I got you again.
Oh, no!
Yep.
Are you serious?
The true story is it was James Worthy that I met. He actually played in college the same year. James Worthy, I don't know if you know James Worthy.
No, don't have a clue.
James Worthy was a Hall of Fame player, played for the Lakers. And he actually played with Michael Jordan
in college.
In college at Carolina when they won a national championship.
Nice.
So, but James Worthy was an icon. I just didn't think you would know who. It's a great story if you know basketball. So that's kind of why I came up with that story. So 100%.
So you only lied about the name.
Yeah, which that makes the story a lie.
True.
It's a true story.
But it's a lie.
With a twist.
Well, there you have it. He got me. Britt got me on this one, but he won't get me again. Someday down the road, I'll get even.
That's right.